Hello everyone, welcome back in my accountancy class for higher secondary second year commerce. So I think all of you know that we have completed our first chapter, that is accounting for not-for-profit organization, and I think all of you have understood the chapter well and have no confusion and no query regarding this. And I'm again telling you that if there is any confusion, any question, then you can freely contact me or text me. So in today's class we are going to start our another chapter, that is the chapter from partnership business. So in our first year, at secondary first year, we read the nature of business. That means what are the different nature of business. So we find that one is sole trading business, another is partnership business, and last one is the company form of business. So in HS first year, all the accountancy, all the accounting chapter that we done, it is related to the sole trading business. Some of the are different, but maximum is from sole trading business. But in our secondary second year, that is in final year, all the accounting chapter are related to partnership and company. So there are two parts in our accountancy for higher secondary second year commerce, that is part A and part B. In part A, that is the first chapter, is accounting for not-for-profit organization, which is actually the different from our partnership business, and rest of the chapters are fully from partnership business. That means we can say that 50% of our accountancy is from as a partnership business and another 50% is from company. So I think all of you have remembered what is partnership business, what are the features of partnership business, and in today's class we are going to discuss again what are the different concepts in partnership. That means what is partnership, because before starting our practical solution or questions from partnership business, we have to understand what are the different elements that we find in partnership. That means what is partnership business, what are the main features of partnership business, what is article of partnership, that is partnership deed, and what are the contents of partnership deed. So let's start our first class from partnership. That is the chapter, that is the fundamentals of partnership. That means what are the main aspects and main concepts that we have to read, that we have to need to learn from partnership business. So let's start. So partnership, we know partnership means that when two or more person start a business, it is called partnership business. Because if any one person start a business, it is called sole trading business, and if there is more than one person, two person, or more than two person, then the business is called partnership. So where it is written that partnership is an association of two or more persons. Okay, so it is important because if there is no association of the persons, that means two or more persons, that we cannot say it is a partnership. So partnership is an association, that means it is a combination of two or more persons to carry on a business as owners. Okay, so that means when two or more persons will join the business, they will undertake the business as owners, but the name of these owners are called partners. So partnership is an association of two or more persons to carry on business as owners and to share its profits and losses. So in case of sole trading business, all the profits and all the losses, all the profits goes to the pocket of the sole trader and all the losses are bared by the sole trader. But in case of partnership business, as in this business, the owner are more than one person, more than two person, all the profits and losses are shared by the partners in certain ratio, and it is called profit sharing, profit or loss ratio. So if there is ₹100 is profit, then this 100 will be divided between the partners in their ratio, that is 1:1. Like the partnership ratio is like 1:1, 2:1, 3:1. That means any ratio they have decided to share profits and losses. So if there is profits, all the profits are shared by the partners in their profit sharing ratio, and all the losses that have suffered by the partnership business are shared by the said partners in their profit and loss sharing ratio. So it is the definition of partnership, that it is an association of two or more persons who decided to start a business as the owners of the business and share profits and losses in certain ratio. Next, Section 4 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. So for all the business there are some governing body, there's some act, that means this act regulates the partnership business. So name of the act that regulates the partnership business is Partnership Act 1932, and according to section 4 of the Partnership Act 1932, that defines the partnership business as the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business. So what is partnership? The partnership is the relation between the persons, who have agreed to share profits, who have agreed to undertake a business and carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So the Partnership Act 1932, section 4 of the Partnership Act 1932 defines that partnership is nothing but it is a relation. It is a relation between two or more persons who have agreed to undertake a business and carry on a business, who have agreed to share the profits of a business and carried on by all or any of them acting for all. That means it is the relation between the person who have decided to undertake a business or decided to share the profits or loss of the business, and the person and the business is carried on by the partner, by all the partner, or we can say that any of them acting for all. That means what if there is two partners, the two persons can manage the business, and if there is three partner or more than three partner, any one of them can any one of them can manage the business, and the person who is actively manage the business is called active partner. So what is partnership? A partnership is a relation between the partners, relation between the two or more person who have decided to share profits and loss of the business, carried on by them all or any of them acting for all. That means either the whole business is managed by all the partners, or they have selected any one partner and the partner is managed the business, and this partner is called active partner. Okay, so what are the features of partnership? First one is the membership. Okay, so membership means what are the number of members in partnership. So in order to start a partnership business, the minimum member we need is 2, and the maximum number of member we need is 10. So we can say that the minimum number of member in case of partnership business is 2, and maximum number of member in case of partnership business is 10. So minimum is 2 and maximum is 10. So remember this point because there are some short questions coming from partnership. So what is the maximum number of member in case of partnership business according to Partnership Act 1932? So the minimum is 2 and maximum is 10 in case of it is manufacturing business, service industry, etc. But if the partnership business is banking business, the maximum number of member is 20. Okay, so banking business, the maximum number of member is 20, and for any other business the maximum number of member is 10. So the first feature of partnership business is the membership. That means what is the maximum number of member and what is the minimum number of members that we need in our partnership business. Next one is the agreement. So what is agreement? Agreement means a contract between the partner. So as it is the business which is started by the more than 2 persons, so whenever they will going to start a business, they have done as contract. That a contract regarding that is the how they will contribute capital to the business, how they will share profits and loss in the business, and the contract may be verbal and contract may be written. So this agreement is called partnership deed. That is the whenever any person or more join a partnership business, they have done a contract between the persons or between the partners, so that there may not be any confusion in the future, or there may not be any conflict or dispute in the future. That means we can say that তাদের মধ্যে যাতে future ঝগড়া না হয় তাদের জন্য, that's why they have maintained a contract, and this contract is called agreement, and this agreement is called partnership deed. And where it is written there that what are the defined name of the partners, what are the address of the partners, how they will contribute capital to the business, how they will share profits and loss of the business. So the second feature of the partnership business is that in order to start a partnership business, there must be an agreement between the partners, which may be verbal or which may be written. Next one is the registration. That means in case of starting a sole trading business, there is no need for registering the business with any of the act of the India. Okay, but in case of starting a partnership business, the partners can register their business with the Partnership Act 1932, but it is not compulsory, it is optional. Suppose I am starting a partnership business with my two partners, then if I want, then I can register my business with the Partnership Act 1932. But if you don't want to register your business with the Partnership Act 1932, you no need to register, it is optional. So the registration of partnership business with Indian Partnership Act 1932 is optional, but anyone, if they want, they can register their business. So the registration is under Partnership Act. Registration is under Partnership Act 1932. Okay. Next one is the sharing profits. So as it is the business which is started by the partners, that means more than two persons, all the profits and losses are shared by the partners in their profit sharing ratio. So profit sharing ratio may be any ratio, that means 1:1:1, that is the equal ratio, 2:1:1, 3:1:1. So any ratio that they have decided in their partnership agreement. So all the shares, all the profits and losses, that is the earned or suffered by the partnership business, is shared among the partners in their profit and loss sharing ratio. Next one is the capital contribution. That means, what is capital? Capital means any amount which is brought in by the businessman in order to start a business. But in case of partnership business, as who are the partners? The partners are the owners of the business. So that means that the capital which is necessary for starting a business is contributed by the owners, and the capital may be contributed equally, or capital may be contributed in certain ratio. Suppose there is a need for 50,000 capital requirement in the business, and partner A provides 30,000, partner B provides 10,000, and partner C provides another 10,000. So we can say that the ratio is 3:1:1. Okay, so if this ratio may be changed, that means it is depends upon the partners that who will contribute capital to the business. So suppose there is a need for 20,000 in the business, and there are two partners, and one partners contribute 10,000 and another partner contribute 10,000. So the ratio of capital contribution is 1:1. So in that feature we can say that all the capitals that are required by the partnership business is contributed only by the partners in their capital contribution ratio, or that is equally, or that is any other ratio. Next one is the liability. What is liability? Liability means the liability of the partnership business. So what is the liability? Liability means any amount which is required to be paid by the business in future. Okay, so suppose the partnership firm has a liability, and the liability cannot be set off. That means liability cannot be paid off by selling all the assets of the partnership. So in such a case, not only the business property, the property of the partners is also liable to pay the outside liability. That means that suppose the partnership firm has liability of rupees 1 lakh. Okay, before discussing this, I want to tell you that the partnership liability of partners in case of partnership business is the unlimited. That means that not only the assets of the partners for your partnership business, the assets of the partners also required in order to set off the liabilities. Suppose there is a liability of the firm rupees 1 lakh, and after selling all the properties of the business, the amount realized 50,000. So what is the additional liability? After paying 50,000, there are other 50,000. In such a case, this 50,000 will be paid by the partners. Okay, so we can say that the liability of the partnership business in case of partnership business is unlimited. Okay, next one is the management. That means the partnership business is managed by the partners. But in managing the business, the partnership business may be managed by one partner, and the partnership business may be managed by more than one partner. If the partner who managed the business is called active partner. So we can say that the management of the partnership business is in the hands of partners. Clear? So this is the definition and features of partnership. It is partnership is an association of two or more persons to carry on a business and to share its profits and losses. That means whenever any person, there is an association of two or more persons to start a business and as the owners and to share its profits and losses, and then you can say that it is a partnership business. But Indian Partnership Act 1932, section 4 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932 defines that a partnership is an relation between the partners who have agreed to carry on the business by them or any of them acting for all. That means suppose there is two persons and they carry the business, and among these two persons only one person can act for all. That means one is the active partner and another is the sleeping partners. So it is the relationship between two partners. In simple sense, partnership is the relationship between two or more persons who have decided to conduct a business and also decided to share the profits and losses of the business in certain profit sharing ratio. And these are the features of partnership. That is, one is membership, another is agreement. That is means the agreement may be written or verbal between the partners. Registration, that means it may or may not be registered by the partnership, it may not be registered with the Partnership Act 1932. It is a optional. Last one is the sharing profits and losses. That means all the profits and losses earned or suffered by the partnership business is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Capital contribution, that means all the capital that is necessary for partnership business is contributed only by the partners. Last one is the liability. That means the unlimited. That means the not only the business property of the but the property of the partners is also liable in order to pay the liability of a business. Next one is the management. That means the business is started by the partners and it is also managed by the partners. That means the business may be managed by all the partners or may be managed by the one partner. Okay, so this is the short topic that we have discussed today. It is the fundamentals of partnership, and that is what is partnership and what are the features of partnership. Because in order to start our practical solution, we need to understand the two important topics from partnership. That is, one is partnership, what are the features of partnership, and what is partnership deed and what are the contents of the partnership deed. So in this class we have discussed what is partnership. I think all of you have understood it well, and write this definition in your copy and also write this membership, agreement and features. That means the features of the partnership, and try to write the features in your own language that I have discussed. Okay, so in the next class I have discussed another short topic that is necessary for our practical solution, that is the partnership deed. So for today, thank you.